Hello everyone and welcome back to Persona 4 Golden. So, unfortunately, some stuff happened and this is a post-commentary because after capturing the video and I checked the recording, I saw that there is no audio. So, I checked my OBS settings and it changed the default audio recording device from my Yeti microphone to a default device, which basically meant no voice. So let's do a postcom. So as you can see from the previous video that you remember, I was 2 levels lower or 3. So I kinda did a bit of a backtracking to the 6th floor of the dungeon and fought some golden hands. They were named opulent hands in this dungeon, and I got a couple of levels. Then I messed around and, well, got level 48 on most of my characters, besides Kanji. Got some fusion fodder, got some useful abilities, like here in Okuninushi had Elec boost, but now after a Arcana card, she got Elec amp, because I got the skill up card. And it's quite nice, it strengthens electrical attacks by 50%, and boost only does it by 20, 25, something like that. So yeah, this is a nice one, and it helps us quite a bit in battles. So yeah, I'll go for it. I need to register her. Other than that, we got some fusion fodder here. And yeah, I think we need to do some compendium stuff, like registering those guys. Register Triglove, because he got some status boosts, I think. Gabriel is okay here, so we'll need to register him. The same goes here. And yeah, don't need to do those guys. Now I'll show you how to do Margaret's side quest. But before that, let's do some... Yeah, also here, as you can see, Hitokoto Nushi, that's how it's written here, but that's not the correct way. Something hit me when I was saying the name in the previous episode. It's supposed to be Hitokoto Nushi. It's from Japanese folklore. I think it was a king or someone that went into the mountains to hunt. He actually saw it in the mountains, and this spirit or deity is an oracle of some sorts. It can tell both the bad and the good. So yeah, if I recall correctly, that part of folklore. So yeah, it's supposed to be an H there, but they made a typo. It's not because of the length of the name, because there are some names that are lengthier. It's supposed to be a she there, Hitokoto Nushi. And funny enough, Okuninushi is actually sort of a... not corresponding, it's kind of in the same myth, I think, or in the same, you know, it's around that. Can't find the right word. So let's fuse some stuff to make some room for the side quest personas that we need to get, but also to fill out some of the compendium. Because as you know, when we're filling out the compendium, if we fill the correct amount, we can get a discount from summoning from the compendium. And that's something really useful, because in Persona games you will do a lot of fusing. Especially later on, when you want to get the correct skills on a correct persona. It's not always the highest level persona that you want to fuse. More so you want to fuse the correct skills on a correct persona. So even if you can fuse, let's say, I don't know, level 60 persona, but you have a level 58 persona with better skills and affinities, you would want to use that and fuse it. We got some nice fusions here. Got some really nice fusions here. Let me just check one thing. I need to register Fuki here, because I forgot. And then let's get back to fusing. So, first off, let's fuse him, and we'll go with... No, first off, let's see, what do I want to do? Well, don't use Orphos, so might as well fuse him for a Kikuri Hime. She's looking quite okay here, a support persona. I'll go with the Konda, since I don't have anything to dispel. She is weak to darkness, but I don't have anything here that will help me, so I'll go with that Konda. I will get a fire boost, since she has a fire magic spell here, and that would help her survive. I'm thinking of counter, but since I would use her mainly for support... Well, yeah, if I get into a fight and she's out in the field to support me, I could use something to maybe help me occasionally with the physical attacks coming. And there is a sliver of chance that I get a Arcana card in a shuffle that would give a skill up, and I could boost the counter for an even better skill, so... Yeah, that increases her survivability, which is something I would like, not gonna lie. And we got a revive on her. That's Samurai Calm. And we got a Dairan, which is a nice single target heal. Oh, and we have the Resist Dark, so I think I will lose the counter for it. Because, well, you know, if you eat a physical attack, you can survive it. Especially since we have party members that can take damage for us, but let's maybe lose the poison, heal poison, because we can heal that with items. And now let's maybe you lose the counter. My thinking here is it gives us more healing, and like I said, counter you know, you can live through a physical attack. But Resist Dark you cannot live through an instant kill death attack, which she's weak to, so those two will be better for her in the long run. And now, let's get to more fusing. So I have Genbu as a fodder, and I have Fuki and Lenanshi, if I remember how to say it correctly. So I would use those three. Kurama Tengu looks nice. He has great agility, good strength and good magic attack, so he's an all-rounder. Can use him for magic attacks, I can use him for physical attacks. Especially since he has a heavy fizz to all, that's nice, would come in useful. For single target I can give him a torrent shot, which is a pretty useful one. Then resist fizz will help. And a wind boost, since he uses wind magic. And up to pupil to increase the crit rate. I don't know if I need the auto ability. The resist fizz will help in the long run, since I would mainly have him out. And my main character cannot die, because it will be game over. And I have some pretty heavy hitting enemies when it comes to single targets. So I might as well fuse a resist fizz on him. The growth too, I don't think it will be useful here, since I will be using him for now. So he will get experience regardless. He does get wind boost by himself. That's why I didn't fuse it, sorry, I kinda forgot. Because I had better skills to take, like apt pupil. And since I have resist fizz, I don't know if counter strike is actually viable here. Let's get rid of the grow first. I definitely won't take the wall, because I don't like the wall spells actually. If I need to lose a turn to cast a resistance spell, I might as well just block. Yeah, and resist Elec. This one isn't that bad, because electricity is his only weakness. And, you know, that gives enemy additional turns, so that's bad. And since I have resist fizz, might as well... Also I have Masukunda, which Kanji has, so I will lose it. I was thinking about losing Counter-Strike, that's why I took so long, but... Well, resist fizz is one thing, but if we can redirect the damage towards the enemy, that's a whole lot of help, in some cases. So I'd rather go like this. And now, more fusing, since we need more space here basically. We only have 2 free spaces now. Hanuman. We're not using Hanuman, so might as well try and get something out of it. What can we do? Oh, we're not using Undyne here, so we could get this one. It looks strange, but we don't have it in our compendium, so might as well fuse it. The skills aren't that important, since I won't be using him. He's rank 7, and the fusion forecast gives us additional XP, so it's kinda nice. Very well. And let's see what you get. Blade of Fury is nice, but like I said, won't be using him. Well, maybe as a fusion fodder. Resist exhaust, not so much. Can dispel it, or heal it. Counter strike is so-so. Have 3 slots, so might as well take it. And what's his last ability? Well, it's iodine, that's not very useful here. So yeah, that's that. And still need more slots here. We need 1 more. We still have Hanuman. Can do something with him. Well, and since I have a Kurama Tengu on a high level, I could get rid of Triglaw, since I have him in the compendium. Rangda is a useful persona. Wouldn't mind that. I would actually want Rangda for a specific ability to fuse. Maybe it doesn't show it here in her stats, but she has a pretty nice ability she can learn. And not so much for her, since she won't use it well. It's better for fusing onto some other persona. So that's a good idea to make a Rangda. I'm still thinking about if I want to use the Triglaw or if I want to do something else, but since I have it, might as well fuse it, because it's free. So hey. And it's rank 8, Magician Arcana, so that gives it a nice bonus. And like I said, we're not using Hanuman, though this combination is not a great one from Rangda, since she's a mainly magic-focused persona, and those two are physical-based. You know, kinda looks weird. But let's give her some skills. Might as well give her at least 1 physical attack, like Blade of Fury here. And then, well, the decreased defense isn't that great, but might as well give it to her. And now to Taru. Yeah, I'll fuse it like that. I could have given an apt pupil or a high counter, but I don't plan on using her extensively. I need her for a specific ability. And let's see how much experience she gets. Maybe I will learn it right out of the bat? Probably not. Okay, so we have Agidine, which will help a bunch in fighting. Master Bomb we don't want, because we have a physical attack all. You got Blade of Fury, which is better, it just doesn't give a status effect. And the last ability that we wanted, actually, was, as you can see, Repel Physical. Which means that the persona that has this ability, if it takes damage from a physical attack, it will bounce it off to the enemy. So it is pretty nice as a thing to fuse onto other personas. So that's why I wanted Rangda here. Now, to finish the side quest, let's do the Black Frost with the auto-sukakaja. You have the King Frost with the auto ability, So we just need the rest of the personas. Let's go to the compendium and just summon them. Need a Pyro Jack. Here, need a Jack Frost. Here. And we need a Pixie. And if I remember correctly, a Ghoul? Was it? So let's scroll down. And where is it? Where is it? Death Arcana. Death Arcana Ghoul. Yes, that's it. So let's get going to fusing. And here we go, Black Frost. We need to remember to get the auto ability. So that's the first thing we do. Here it is. And that will be quest done. Now we'll just fuse basically whatever. Don't have anything that useful to use on him. And another auto ability. Yes, it is acceptable. The thing is, Black Frost will be quite useful. Let's just skip that. I think I'll maybe show it once in the higher summoning, the fusing ones, but later. So, like I was saying, Black Frost has actually some useful abilities he can learn, like the Mind Charge you see here. It's basically a magical version of the Fizz Charge. And you cast it one turn, and on the next turn, your magical damage will be increased by, yeah, you'll do two times the magical damage, and that's a useful thing to have. Maybe not as much on him as passing it to a higher level magical persona. So let's remember about that. Sorry, needed to clear my throat. And this one, well, I don't think it's that useful, but all in all, Black Frost doesn't have that many useful abilities. We'll take Fire Amp, since having an Amp ability and a Mind Charge ability on one persona is pretty nice for fusing something. So yeah, definitely that. And Agidine, well, maybe why not? I mean, he drains fire, so he doesn't need that. And then Mudon. That it's not so important, so yeah. And let's get out from the Velvet Room and get right back in to finish the quest. Because it won't trigger in the same visit, even if you talk to Margaret.
Welcome to the
Yeah, now she should recognize it. And we'll see if it is. Yeah. Well, if she does, maybe I should say. No, I don't know. That's kind of sad. And did it work? Huh. It actually worked. But for a single day, that's not very generous. I mean, come on. Prayed every day. Well, I guess it actually worked, so... And that's kinda messed up. Since they spent many hours happy, and then it vanished. Yeah, thought as much. Block throw? What? Yeah, of course you didn't. Oh, you made it up. Well, it was quite sad. So, rank up. Of course we are a gentleman. Yeah, rank up. And what would you expect us to show you the next time? Come on. Something interesting? Yeah. Oh, it's not that bad actually. We know the Yatagarasu. It's a Sun Arcana persona, that Sun Raven, I guess it is. Let me check, it's about level 40-ish. 40, I think. And yeah, here we have it. It's not that pricey to summon. But still, we need to think about a way to get a Megiddo on it. And since that's basically, well, about 20 minutes, or even longer, let's just maybe get to dungeon crawling. Because, you know, fusing and all is fun, but we need to find Naoto here. I'm back at this floor. Like I said, I backtracked toward the 6th floor, where we needed an ID card to pass through. And it's not here. Kinda sucks, need to fight this. Those are the lightning weak guys? No, wind weak guys. I don't know, that's weak to wind. Well, let's cast... let's go with 2 gorillas. First. Yeah, worked nice. Maybe someone will help us on the 3rd one. Yeah, Yosuke did. See, that scooter license came in useful. So might as well go for an all-out attack. I call it an all-out attack because, if I remember correctly, in Persona 5 they explicitly call it that. In the previous ones, I don't think they said how it's named. At least I can't recall. Well, might as well take this and change this and get a... ah, crap. Sweep bonus. Although, it worked quite okay. And yeah, let's continue on. So. Sorry, I need to check something. I'll be right back. Yes, I am here now. I was checking the recording, if I remember correctly here. Sometimes I do check the recording throughout the video. And that's because I'm, well, still after so many hours of recording, I'm still a bit paranoid. Because, well, as you can see now, I'm recording a post-commentary, because the microphone didn't work. I mean, the microphone did work, but OBS changed the settings. I don't know why it changes the settings by itself. Is it because I frequently plug in and unplug the microphone? That would be kind of stupid, because what does it do to the settings? I mean, the settings are in OBS itself, and disconnecting a device from the port shouldn't automatically change the settings. I don't recall if it has automatic detection. If it has, well, then that would answer why it would change, because unplugging the microphone, the dedicated audio recording device, from my laptop port would set it to another device, the built-in microphone into the laptop, if it would work like that. I'm not sure if it works like that. I mean, in most cases, it doesn't. I unplug it and plug it in frequently and it works. So, don't know why I didn't this time. And nice counter. Get rid of the opulent hand and get some nice XP and money out of that. Should be quite a bit easier now dealing with those guys. Money up and XP up, why not? Please. Okay, we're not getting the shuffle time here. Shame. We were close. But we do get a bonus to XP and money, which is even more useful. Yeah, nice haul. So yeah, that's why I frequently alt-tab to see if the keyboard shortcut for the recording mode actually worked. The thing is, one of these days I should learn that besides looking at the recording time to see if the keyboard shortcut worked, I could just as well look at the microphone, the audio mixer, to see if the microphone level actually moves, to see if the microphone does work. Yeah, because this is not the first time this happened. One of these days I will learn. One of these days, viewers. One of these days. This is quite a nasty combination of enemies here, because those stringy guys, those DNA guys, are resistant to fizz. Those guys are resistant to magical. So, yeah. But I would like to deal with those guys first, because they have more... how should I say it? Aggravating abilities. They can do those tetracons and other thing. I just wanted to see if I have some personas that have light or dark skills on them. I only have Gabriel, which has a Hamaon, or Hamaon. So yeah, don't have any darkness, any Mudo skills. So far we don't need them, and if we need another light skill, and we don't have Gabriel on use, or for some reason I can't switch to him, we also always have the attack items. Those attack items are useful, you know, I don't use them that much, at least on screen, but there are, because they basically, most of them do little damage. So yeah, that's one thing. The other thing is, if I have those that do 150, like the Magatemas, well, they are scarce for now, or at least I don't have much of them, so I don't use them right now, because they are useful circumstantially. When we have enemies, I think I ran into that enemy in the previous dungeon, in the Game World dungeon, the Gundam like enemy. I mean, the only way to deal with him is to use magic, and he is resistant to everything, so even though magic does diminished damage on him, when I use those items they do full damage, so those items are really great to deal with those kind of enemies. That's one thing. The other thing is, those items are useful strictly for hitting enemy weaknesses. So if I have an enemy that I don't have a persona on me that hits the weakness, or I have that persona and it already made its turn and I hit it once and did an all-out attack, I can always use a battle item to hit the weakness a second time and use another all-out attack. So those items are really useful for that kind of thing. You know, so that's why I'm keeping a hold on them and not using them willy-nilly like that. If I can get through the fight without using them safely, I will do that and leave them for a more demanding fight, or a fight that would otherwise result in high chance of me dying and game over. Then I can use it there. Sorry, sneeze. And those guys are weak to physical, my favorite enemies. Since I have a lot of physical attacks and most of them hit all. You know, in Shin Megami and Persona titles, mostly in Shin Megami titles, not so much in Persona titles, my main character is primarily physical based. I don't know why I do it like this. I mean, it began with... I think I began doing that in Nocturne, in Shin Megami Tensei 3. One of these days I need to start with a magical main character. I don't think I did that in any of my playthroughs. Would be quite interesting. I'm gonna take the recover. Or not. I thought I was going to take the recover. I think I want to get a sweep bonus, but it didn't work. Sorry, bad memory. I'm recording this a day after I recorded the footage, because, well, this is the day that I found out no voiceover. Yeah. So, I can probably not remember all of it. Remember the gist of it. So yeah. We'll heal up. Nice. We're in a good shape here. Let's switch back to Kurama Tengu since he is faster. And let's get through this floor. So yeah, would be a nice thing to change some stuff up and do a magical based main character in one of those games. Like I said, maybe not in Persona games, because the Persona stats actually have a great deal of what your character can do. Not so much in Shin Megami games. In Shin Megami games, your main character, you do give him stats on level up, so you have the most... oh, Twin Dragons will deal with this. So you have the most... what's the word I'm looking for? Influence on what your character will be, what your build will be. So yeah. Also, it is quite loud. So yeah, you have the most influence on that. Here, the Persona stats are more influential than yours. I wonder how the items interact with that. I need to check if, let's say, my weapon strength has a bonus towards physical attacks from the Personas, or only the Persona stats are taken into equation. Need to check that. Oh, this should be enough with the bonus from Rise. Yeah, Nocturne was especially good with those physical attacks, since you got, well, later on you got a pierce ability for physical, and you couldn't pierce with magical from what I remember, so it was really good. Really good. I've taken the coin here since we need the money for fusing. And yeah, magical is really good at the beginning, since, well, you can build your character to hit various weaknesses. And that would give you more attacks, more turns. And especially with Shin Megami titles, you got the press turn system. So hitting weaknesses basically means getting more turns for everyone. And that makes the game quite a bit easier. With physical attacks, you rarely hit weaknesses, because rarely the personas you're facing are weak to physical. You know, it happens, but that's not frequent. Personas. Well, yeah, I was kind of thinking if I should call them shadows or I should call them personas. Well, in Shin Megami I should call them demons. In Persona they're personas. But in Persona games we don't fight the personas, the demons, we fight the shadows, which are another type of enemy. I don't remember if we do the same in the fifth one. Yeah, I think mainly Shin Megami games you fight the demons, because you also negotiate with them to get them into your party. But that's a whole lot of other stuff. And yeah, those are the Gundam enemies I was talking about. They are quite dangerous. As you can see, they hit quite a lot. They're not fast, maybe, but they can pack quite a punch. And they have various resistances, so it's not that easy to deal with them, especially if they're accompanied by something. This one is alone, thankfully. And so we should be able to deal with that without much problem. We could defend with everyone besides our main character and just have him cast Garula. It would work well, as you can see, especially since the others, well, they do reasonable amount of damage, but the Garula does enough by itself. I mean, I will heal her, but eating one of those attacks is a one-hit kill. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So, might as well guard. Yeah, I guarded here because I had a funny feeling that he will hit me. And, well, spider sense tingling in this one. I don't know why, I just was analyzing him and I thought to myself, well, he's gonna hit me. He's definitely gonna hit me. So that's when I guarded. You know, sometimes the gut feeling that you get is quite useful. I would go with it. And this is another lucky encounter. And this episode was quite lucky for me. I had a bunch of those lucky moments, like the situation that we have in the previous fight, where I guarded and it countered. And now, when we got the opulent hands inside of a chest, which I don't think happens to me previously in any episode. I can't recall. I had those golden hand enemies in previous dungeons in chests. Because this means a lot of XP and a lot of money, I was gonna say mana, I don't know why, if we can defeat them. And unfortunately those guys have counter. I mean, they are resistant to magic attacks and they don't counter them, but why use resistances when I can hit a neutral one? Just have a little bit percentage of getting that counter. Which in their I was going to say hands, pun. Which in their perspective works quite often for a 15% ability. Not that I'm trying to make a conspiracy here, but it works more frequently than when I have it. Even if I had the better ones. Yeah, game, something is not right here. Unfortunately, if Ballsack ends, they're escaping. But it was enough to get a level. So, yeah, it's good. Nice money and 2 level ups. Nothing bad here. So might as well continue. Got a life stone out of it. But we'll do a Meteorama. So yeah. Most of this is uncovered, so might as well switch to the next floor. Yeah, we know, intruders. Oh, so basically that means he's on, well, the vicinity of this floor? He's not on this floor, definitely. Oh, those guys. Yeah, they are strong and they have pretty nasty abilities. They only have 2, but one's an instant death, the Mudon, and one is a attack all with a chance to poison, the virus wave. So it's not great for us. Well, it would be better if we used Rangda. I mean, then she would at least repel one physical attack from the virus wave back. So that is useful. I'm trying to get the elemental affinities from them. But I think, from what I remember, they're not susceptible to anything? Any element? I don't remember how it is with light and darkness, but to elemental attacks they're definitely not susceptible. Counter works well, as you can see. I don't remember how it is if an enemy is repels or drains physical. If they attack you with physical and you counter, do they get damage? Or does it get resisted or drained? I don't remember how affinity works with crits. With crits counters. Need to check that one time. Or read upon it. Read on it. Yeah, a little check if the recording's going. We might as well fight it, since that is XP, and maybe some cool enemies. Okay, that one has nasty attacks, the Jotun. Those are fizz attacks that deal quite a bit of damage to a single target. And from what I can see, a physical attack is a no-go here on him. Ice doesn't work great. Oh, and this is bad. That's even worse, actually, as you can see. She's probably weak to fire. Yes, she is, since she uses mainly ice attacks. Could have anticipated that. And of course the Jotun actually should have do with an Agi. The Jotun actually drains fire and repels Fizz, but he is weak to Zio, electricity, so we'll use that against him. Good thing is he doesn't have that much HP, so this should do a lot of damage. Don't know if it will kill him. It didn't, okay. So I will change personas and do a little Zio myself. This should do a bunch more damage. Did less than I suspected. I mean, we do have an amp. But there is a level difference. Level differences here do quite a lot, actually. You can see that when you get back to the previous dungeon to defeat one of those bosses, those additional bosses that you get after completing a dungeon. You remember those? When I get back to the end of a previous dungeon, we fight a boss-like enemy and we get additional items from it. Sometimes they're very useful items, but sometimes not so much. I think I'm using most of the items that I got from those battles. One was a weapon for Teddy, I think. I don't know if I equipped it on him, but yeah. One was a weapon for Kanji and one was a fan for Yukiko. So that fan I'm still using, it's a great weapon, and I advise you to acquire it as soon as you can. Because the boss wasn't that hard from what I can remember. It was from that strange little castle that Yukiko was in, and that weapon gives you a lot of utility, since it's a fan that has plus 50 SP on it. Those guys again. Might as well try. Do I have anything with fire? Well, I have Rangda. So we'll go with it. And another fire attack should do the trick. And nice, so we only have the Jotun to deal with it. Yeah, that kind of... that was me not checking. Could have read when I pointed the attack on him, but yeah, just the old muscle memory worked, and I tried to do a black spot to get a crit. Is it enough? No. Nearly. We can use that item here. Yeah, not this one. Double lightning. Have 5 of them, and it will work just the same as a normal Zio. So, the fight's ending, and shuffle time for me, since we finished it with an all-out attack. Hope we'll get anything good. Maybe recover HPSP? No, we did not get it, but we can deal new cards. Sucks. And what's here? Well, nothing better. Yeah, let's take Genbu. Not my luckiest draw. Continuing. And what do we have here? Let's just switch to Tengu again to have us move faster. The move order is very important in Shin Megami Persona games, because moving first or moving second sometimes means winning or losing the fight. That was lucky. If there was a shadow in this chest, the opponent hands would disappear, so... Yeah, that's one thing I don't like, that interact and strike actions being mapped to one button. In those situations like here, that kinda sucks. And of course I didn't hit with my first attack. Why should I? Okay, working nice. Debuff, so I can hit them reliably. Sorry, tongue got twisted. So yeah, as I was saying, moving first or second sometimes is a matter of life and death in those type of games, because let's say you move second and the enemy moves first. The enemy uses an Mudon, but the version that hits all, and it hits everyone, or hits just your main guy, or hits everyone besides your main guy, and you're in a whole world of problems there. Either game over from the start, or basically game over since you're left alone in the fight, and the enemy, well, you can resurrect one party member, but then the enemy basically attacks you and pounds you to death, so yeah. Be sure to have at least one quick persona on your main character. That way you can move fast first, or one of the first. When you can move second, sometimes it's enough. I think I did have one occasion where I moved second and the enemy moved first and attacked with an AoE spell, and it left all of my characters at basically little to no HP, and then I used a Vanish Ball. I think I had one of that happened to me one time. Oh, the frames are dicey, I don't know why, or is it just me? So yeah, that happens, that stuff does happen. Just in case we run into more opulent hands, we'll need some SP. So yeah, be sure to have at least one quick persona on your hands. Well, you can always switch your personas with your main character, so might as well do that. If you move first, you can switch. It's better than moving second and nearly dying, or having to run. It did work. He's not weak to it, but it did work. Oh, that's lucky. And now, yeah, it wasn't enough, but we get a nice combo with Twin Dragons. It's a pretty useful ability to have. Sometimes it finishes the fight. And yeah, the homunculus item. Those are nice items to have, but yeah, if they're used on this kind of thing, yeah, not so much. You know, it would be nice if there was a prompt if you can use them or not, but I guess it would be too convenient. Because I'd rather use them if my main character is being targeted. Because in Kanji's case, I could always revive him, but in my main character case, if he goes, it's game over. So yeah, I would like to use them if he's being targeted, with those instant death attacks. Well, I guess, like I said, it would be too convenient and too easy, which is against the principle of Shin Megami games. You know, the amount of times I had to redo dungeons or floors that were quite long, I don't even want to remember. Here it's not that bad, you know, I mean, this entry doesn't have that lengthy dungeons, but when I remember Nocturne and Nocturne's dungeons, then those are painful memories, you know. Okay, get another one. Don't know why I didn't change to Rangda here. I think I wanted, don't know what I wanted. But I didn't change, so yeah. This time I won't do a physical attack from muscle memory. I will cast an ice. And a Zio here. And let's see, maybe this will be enough for a finisher. And Rize is boosting us, so maybe it will be enough. Just enough. What do we get from Shuffle Time? Well, not much. Might as well get the magic attack up, I think. Yeah. Got a lot of keys, so... Oh, and the level up. But that's always good. We can fuse something better at 50, from what I remember. The other level that I remember is 52. And if we don't get 52 before the boss, I think I'll off-screen that. Because that's a level I want to get, because from what I remember there are some skills on our team members that they acquire at 52. And 52 is also another level that I know I can fuse something. So yeah, I will aim for that before I tackle the boss. Oh, we're hearing the Reaper. Also, in one episode, I would want to try and fight the Reaper, actually. We should be... I think our levels should be in his vicinity. Well, not now, but... quite soon. I don't remember what level is he. I have a feeling that 70-ish... 70-something? Close to 80? I don't know, I have a feeling, I don't remember that. I would need to check it. Okay, that's bad. That's really bad. Well, 10 HP on our main guy and low HP on everyone else. That's pretty bad. Oh, weak to lightning. But first, let me maybe heal everyone. Medical kit should be enough. The tank does Garu, and my guy is resistant to it, so he won't fall. So I will heal. Oh, and I move first, so I can do I can get rid of the Cyclops. And like I said, this guy wouldn't kill my main character. Nice. We hit. Let's guard just in case with people. Oh, he's weak to light, so let's use Rice. And yeah, the fight's done. See, like I said, those items are a good thing to have on hand if you're in a clutch situation such as this, because that Mind Charge Garu would hit pretty bad. Pretty bad. So yeah, didn't want to feel it on my skin. And the next floor. And it's the last floor? I mean, I thought it would have at least 10 or 11 like the previous one. I guess that's not a requirement, that every dungeon has at least the same or more floors than the previous one. But yeah, I'm all for it. Well, we're at the boss door, so we might as well grind on the previous floor, see if we can fuse something good. And if not, do that level 52 that I said, because it will be useful. Oh, we can make Kali. That's a nice persona to have. Strength-based one, but I'll hold off on that for a moment. And if I'm going to fuse something, I think I'll show you in the next episode, unless it will be something for a fodder, like the Grimekala, or this one. But yeah, all in all, I think this was quite a fruitful episode. We found the boss, we gained some levels, we have lucky fights, so yeah. I thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. So, thank you for watching, and bye bye. See ya.